Alien Romulus was just released, and honestly, once we heard this movie was coming out, we were super hesitant of why were we even getting this movie. And then Ridley Scott came out and said that this is a great Alien movie, gave it a stamp of approval, and of course he's gonna do that. But that made us even more hesitant. It's like this is not gonna be good because the last time we heard something like that, we got The Flash, and that movie is grade A shit. But after watching Romulus, I really enjoyed it. And in my opinion, this may be one of my favorite Alien movies, which I never thought I was going to say walking into that theater. I really enjoyed it. I think that the leading actress did an amazing job. And to me, I thought it was a lot better character than Sigourney Weaver's character. I just empathized a little bit more with her and bonded a little bit more with her. I like the cast, and I think the characters here were a lot more developed. I think Alien, it's good for what it is, but after that, I think it's not fantastic. I think here it's a lot more plot driven. The horror and thrill aspect was really well done. And there wasn't action just for the sake of action or just putting a submachine gun or flamethrower in there just for you get the action effects. I everything here, at least for the action, was done more purposefully, and I think it was well done. There are still some issues with it, but for the most part, I thought this was a pretty solid movie.
I agree. I seen all of the Alien movies, even the fucking AVP ones, which make no fucking mathematical sense. So I was hesitant about this movie because I didn't know where this was going to land. There was various rumors. We're in Terminator territory. I was like, do we even need another fucking Alien movie? Just blow them up.
Yeah.
Then the trailer comes along. The trailer looked intriguing. I only ever saw one trailer. Griffin and I usually just watch one.
Quick disclaimer:
And
don't watch any trailer but the first one. The other
yeah,
ones
if you
have
haven't
major
seen this
spoilers.
movie,
It's stupid as hell. Don't watch the other trailers.
it spoils almost the entire or pretty much every death. I had a good time. I don't know how else to say it. It was thrilling. It goes back, and the director said he was going to do that.
Hmm.
But again, directors always kind of, oh, I'm going back to the original. I'm taking from the roots of it, and blah blah blah. And then you watch a project or a movie, and you're like, that's fucking dude lied. No, this dude promised suspense. He promised that space horror epic, and I gotta say, none of it scared the crap out of me, but I did
There was
feel
one jump scare
more
that got me.
Alien One
Yeah.
more than anything else. I was surprised by how many face huggers there is this time around and how much they do as opposed to the other movies. This is gonna sound either weird or dumb as fuck, but I felt like I was in the Alien universe, not all this
Yeah.
other shit we've ended up having.
Absolutely.
After, I guess if I'm trying to make sense, I'd put it in within the first two movies as universe, as opposed to everything else we've gotten.
Yeah, and I'm building off that. I think there's a very big reason for that. But before we get into that, let us know what you thought about Alien Romulus. Did you enjoy it? Do you think this is a worthwhile sequel? It takes place 20 years after the first one, and it fit pretty nicely. But going back to what Edward was saying, I think there is a very good and important reason why it felt like we were invested and almost in the movie is to me, and I let us know in the comments if you agree about this, but for you, Edward, and again, let us know. Have you played the game Alien Isolation?
It did.
This movie to me felt like it
It
took
felt like that.
heavy inspiration from Alien Isolation. There are
It
this
does.
is gonna sound super weird. It felt like they took mechanics from the game and put it into the movie, like the elevator being a safe point. It gave that feeling that you had while playing Alien Isolation. You're in the dark, moving through. You don't know where the alien is. You hear some noises, not really 100% sure if it's that. You have the noise mechanic where the more noise you make, the alien's going to get closer to you. In my opinion, I still stand by that after seeing this movie. Alien Isolation is the best piece of alien content we've ever gotten. And if you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. It's a great game.
I think for me, what stands out is that this is definitely one of three of the best Alien movies. And what
Yes.
stands out the most is that the three best Alien movies are made by three very different directors. Ridley Scott
Hmm.
has a very distinct way of working.
Hmm.
James Cameron is very action-packed, very drama-driven,
And you get that.
and we get that in Aliens. And this dude put his own stamp on this. What was wrong with Aliens 3, 4, and all the rest of the shit for me was how different and how evident it was that they wanted to be different from the first two.
Yeah.
And it's like, if the wheel's not broken, man, don't try to fucking fix it. Add to it, sure, but don't try to reinvent the wheel,
Here, I
which
definitely
is
think they
what
added to it.
they did, but not in a way. I don't know how to say it, man. I'm missing the word, but it just, again, for me, it felt like I was in the world of Alien and
Yeah.
Aliens.
To me, this movie definitely built upon the universe. We get a lot more of the company Wayland and their agenda, which I definitely liked. And to me, this is a lot more story driven. And if you've been watching the channel for just any number of videos, you know that is my biggest thing. I love plot driven stories, and here it to me it was, especially for a horror thriller and for an alien movie, it really was, and I really enjoyed that. I liked the characters, and I liked what they did with the synthetic Andy. I won't go into detail what they do, but I really enjoyed that. I enjoy seeing, and again, coming from the game and seeing just a lot more of it, doing what's in the best interest of the company, and the company doesn't care about you. I really dug that. However, I do have several issues with this movie. There are several plot holes. I won't go into them, and there are several scientific inaccuracies that just rub me the wrong way, especially since they get it right either later or previously. And in Act 1 and Act 2, if it stops after Act 2, this would be a near perfect alien movie for me. I would say this would be one of the best movies of the year, hands down, easily. Then you get to Act 3. What the fuck? Just straight up, what the fuck? I won't go into why. You have to see it to believe it. Just what the fuck?
It's not perfect, as Griff said at the beginning, but trust me,
What the
it.
hell?
I think the movie, it has its flaws, but it's entertaining enough and
Oh
suspenseful
yeah.
enough and within the universe enough, if you will, that you're able to forgive certain mistakes. And
Mhm.
that was a mistake. That was a moment of like, as Griff said, what in the fuck is going on? But you're like, had the rest of the movie been on par with that, or the rest of the movie been boring and sucked, then we'd be shitting on this movie. But
I
yeah,
still
this
say
is a
it's a great
rewatch.
movie. Yeah, I still say it's a great movie, even with Act 3. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna rewatch this.
And I'm sure, given this movie, we'll get more. I'm worried about getting more. Here's why. For
I'm worried
me,
too.
Aliens,
Yeah,
Romulus. That's it.
and
That's
Aliens takes place right after this, so we don't need any more, and we're
that's what I'm. Yeah,
fine.
that's I'm. It's like with Terminator. Give me T1, T2. I'm good.
There's something I do want for Aliens. I'll get into in a quick sec. But also with Act 3, I get paying homage to previous movies, and especially if you're a new director playing off of the first one. Makes sense. She said Ripley's line, fantastic. But also the plot for Act 3, I didn't like how repetitive it was. We didn't need that much. Didn't need to pay respect to it that much as we did. Even knowing that, you're still not gonna guess what happens. I promise you.
If this dethrones Blake Lively's movie, whatever the fuck that is,
We'll
at
see.
Deadpool and Wolverine, or if it's even within their margin, we'll get another.
I think this is going to go probably around 500, 400, 500, which is good for a horror movie,
I
especially
mean, we
with
got more
there's a very
after.
little CGI in this movie, which is fantastic. I love that.
Yeah, sure.
Which also lowers the budget. But for me, if we do get another Alien movie, which likely will, what I would do, and let us know in the comments what you would ideally want, I would go after Alien 4, which is weird considering that movie's terrible. But they hinted at the alien xenomorph invasion of Earth, which I feel like could be really good. Or you could go a lot more into the company itself and go for their downfall, because something has to happen.
I would do that, but retconning.
I would retcon. Even
Yeah,
for my first pitch, I would retcon. 3 and 4 don't happen.
exactly. But if they come to Earth, we're all fucked.
Dude, I don't know. They die to every gun and flamethrower. It would be such an
Yes, but
it
if
would be an
but
action-packed movie, which would be such a big tone shift. So I don't know if that's something they want to do because you bring people in for an alien movie and then giving them something like Predator. I don't know if that's something that I don't know. Was that something that you guys would want? Just more of an action-packed alien movie, something even more dialed up than Aliens.
I mean, if you bring them to Earth and they start laying those fucking face hugger eggs all over the place,
Oh, then we're fucked.
it yeah,
Yeah.
we're pretty screwed because we're the dominant species on the planet, but we have a fucking curiosity neck that it's just gonna some asshole's gonna
Which is
go stick his
super
head over
evident
there.
in
And
this movie.
in
Yeah.
every alien movie, some
Yeah.
dumbass has to stick his head in to see what it. I would stay. I don't know what it is, but I have a survival factor. It's not that I'm super agile or super badass or anything like that. I stay the hell away from shit that I don't need to investigate about.
Yeah.
I will never go skydiving. I will never, try to see what an odd egg-looking thing is. So yeah, I'm not getting face hugged.
Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, we think you may like our Goku versus Superman video. We definitively determined who would win between Goku and Superman. It's a very fun debate. If that's up your alley, this is perfect for you.
Take care, guys.